Okay, this is last digits is 55.
Yes. I have a question with regard to my pain. This is something that was traditionally in one part of my body, but it's kind of moving around all over my body. So just wondering how I present.
You have the pain right now?
I do.
Okay. And can you sense how painful it is? Like if I give you a number 0 to 10, what would you say it is?
I would put it at like a 7.
Okay, it's 7. So you're saying it's traveling all over your body. So is it traveling in the top, bottom, front, back?
There's something in my jaw, but it's like that's kind of pulling, like as I move, as I walk. It feels like there's a stringing. It's trying to realign through my teeth and my jaw, but it pulls on like my fingers, my toes, and my feet. And right now it's like my left foot. Every step I take, it's really painful in the heel.
Okay.
But like I usually feel it. It's been going on for years and years and years. It just seems to kind of constantly move around.
Okay. All right. So first I'm going to strengthen your mind. So that's the first weakness for you. So I'm going to strengthen your mind and delete any cumulative effects there and reset. And then the integration of your mind with your spirit is weak on that part. So I'm going to strengthen that and delete any cumulative effects over there. And now the next weakness I'm going to strengthen for you is the front of your hips, and that's more of the structure of the hips. So I'm going to strengthen that. And then the next part is your back of your right heel. I'm going to strengthen that. And then it's the back of your head by the cranium. So I'm going to strengthen that for you. So that's a triad there. And then your midline to support that is weak. So I'm going to strengthen that. And what's affecting your midline is actually your bed. So I'm going to strengthen you to your bed. But it's not your current bed. It's your bed that you had when you were a child. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there and reset. So now when you think about your pain, how does it feel?
It's shifted a little bit, but I still feel this thing like through my foot and through my head. But I'm lying down right now, and I've been standing for a long time. I almost wanted to stand up. I don't know if that's...
Okay, you can stand up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So before you said it was a 7, what is it right now?
I'd say it's like around a 6.
Okay. So the next weakness is actually, we're going to see, so there is a stuckness around your relationship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that in general and more specific now, and I'm going to strengthen that for you, delete any cumulative effects and any karma that you have with that relationship that's stuck, and delete that for you. Okay, so now when you think about your pain, how does that feel right now?
It's shifting. It's moving.
Okay.
It still feels that thing in my heel. It feels like it's it actually feels like there's some structural thing where it's trying to loop through and around like my jaw, the right side of my jaw, but it's like pulls through the rest of the body. And I definitely have some kind of mental thing about that. Like I went into braces to try to realign my jaw, and it just feels like I've been trying to fix this for years, and it tries to realign, but it won't. I don't know.
Okay. So before you said it went down to a 6, what would it be now?
I'd say it's 5.
The 5, okay. So the next weakness is actually your fitness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to fitness and delete acute effects there. And more specifically, your coordination, and it's coordination between the top and the bottom. So I'm going to make that strong to you and delete. And that's coming from your spirit. So I'm going to strengthen that, and from your past lifetime. So I'm going to strengthen all that and delete. In your atoms, I'm going to strengthen the atoms inside, outside, top to bottom. Make that strong. And the next one is actually your strength, but it's more of your physical strength, so lifting. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects of there. And then the third one is your speed. So I'm going to strengthen you to speed, but that's more of a mental speed. So I'm going to speed that up for you, make that strong, and delete any cumulative effects there. So that we have a triad right there. So that triad is strong in any kind of combination there. And also I'm going to reset your internal computers more in your spine, make that strong for you. Okay, so now how do you feel when you walk?
Let me try. It's a little better, but it feels like it's still doing this sort of, it's not strange. I feel like it's like this winding that's trying to unwind, and it feels like both my legs they're like twisted or something in the wrong direction, and that's what's like when I try to walk on that left heel, it really hurts.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up your perception, because that is slow, and to make that strong to you. And that perception actually is not from you coming, but it's from spectators. So anytime you have spectators, that weakens you. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there, and any karma you have with the spectators. Make that strong to you. And now, next thing is your speed is weak again. So, and that's more of your speed of moving through time specifically. So I'm going to strengthen you to that speed of moving through time. And since speed came up again, we're going to strengthen it even more. So I'm deleting that.
I'm walking around. I'm like just moving around as you do this.
Okay, so how do you feel now?
It feels like it's like loosening up a little bit. I still feel this. I mean, it feels like it's still trying to wind through me. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like it's like as if I feel it's unwinding. It's been doing that all day. Like it just.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you for misinterpretation, and then more specifically, so things changing. So I'm going to strengthen you to that, and then strengthen you to misinterpretation, more specifically around limitations that you have, that are more other people's limitations that are imposing on you. I'm going to strengthen you to that, and that's more specifically around health, and it's actually coming from family members. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects there, and also strengthen them so they don't need to affect you. Okay, so now how do you feel now?
Ooh, I feel like my neck is starting to relax a little bit. I haven't felt that in a long time. Ooh, like crackling a little through the spine. And interestingly, feels like both shoulders and both hips and legs, like they're trying to refine. So this my body's like trying to refine its center line.
Okay.
It feels like now there's just kind of a little bit of holding in the fingers, toes, and through my nose, and my teeth, like as if it kind of went. Sounds strange, but like feels like each side of my head, like two different directions or twisting or something, and it can't figure out which way to go.
Okay, so what I'm going to strengthen you specifically to not having effort, and then the next one is is also relaxation. So I'm going to strengthen you to those two, and then now the triad of that is going to be tension. So they're not even to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen that all three of them are even to each other, and delete any cumulative effects there. And what's affecting that triad is actually, so I'm going to strengthen that, whatever that's affecting, and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, so now how do you feel now?
There's some remnants, but it's starting to feel better.
Okay, so before you had a 5, what is it at now?
I think it's at like a 4.
So it went down to a 4. Okay, so the weakness is being slow. So you have a weakness to things being slow in your life. So I'm going to strengthen you to that in general. And more specific, it's going to be around your health. So, and that's past health. So I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects. And it's more specifically is more a common cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to a common cold. So if it's 1 day longer than it's supposed to be, it weakens you. So let's make that strong to you and delete any cumulative effects there and any memory in your mind, subconscious mind of it. So let's delete that and strengthen you, and then we'll reset. Okay, so now how do you feel now?
Starting to lighten up.
Okay, so you were at a 4. Where are you at now?
I'd say it's at a 3.
Okay, it's at a 3. So
I wish I could go faster.
You have a weakness. What's that?
I wish it would go faster. It's like just that heel, like.
Because you have a weakness coming from the future that is connecting to the past. So let's strengthen that and delete any cumulative effects there. So things coming back in your finances in the future weakens you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strengthen you to that and delete any cumulative effects, and so it doesn't have to connect back and forth. So now when I think about the future, now that is strong, but your midlight is not strong enough to support that, and that is because of past illnesses. So let's delete that from you. Okay, so now how do you feel now?
It's starting to really lighten up now.
Okay,
Starting to move around easier.
So you were at a 3 before. You were at a 3 before. What are you at right now?
I'd say it's about a 2.
Okay, so now once you do
it's just that left heel still really hurts when I try to land on it.
Okay, so when you land on your left heel, so I'm going to strengthen your right hand, and then your breastbone, and then the left side of your jaw. So that's a triad there, the top of your head, and your coccyx. So that's a pentagon. So we're going to make you strong to that.
Yeah,
and things coming into 5, you're strong now. But if they come a 6, that makes it weak to you. So I'm going to strengthen your spirit to that and delete any cumulative effects there. Okay, how do you feel now?
Seems like it's starting to align. Still feel a little bit on that, like the right side of the neck, like there's a kind of looping or little lumps on the right side of the neck.
Okay, and when you walk, how does that feel?
It's getting better. Still just a little bit at the end of the heel, but it's starting to move.
Okay. So overall, what would you say from when we started?
It's come down quite significantly.
Quite significantly. Okay. So stay on the call, let it integrate more, and then let me know what happens.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
No problem.